I lived a turbo grill. This is great. This is a device that my brother and I, he actually came up with it, and I'm helping fine tune it for grilling and doing the marketing of it. What the turbo grill does, it uses the heat from the coals, which are placed around the perimeter in a certain section. You don't put it all the way around, just in part of it. Depending on what you're cooking, depends on how much coal you put in there. And as it rotates the food through the heat zone, cooking zone, and then the cooling zone, what happens is it's virtually impossible to burn any food. And even if you have flare-ups, and we have videos on our blog and on our site, which is it's turbogrill.us. And so you can go there and see some of the videos. But we have flare-ups where the flames are 3 or 4 inches above the grill. We're cooking, testing and cooking some burgers, and they didn't burn. Came out. I mean, when you see it, you'll be amazed. Anyway, but because of this process, you end up having food that's a lot more moist. And we also have a video on some chicken where the skin was crispy like fried, cut with a plastic knife and fork. And but you'll see all that on the blog post. Know your cooking zones. If you don't know the temperature that is underneath your grill while you're grilling all over, you're pretty much at the mercy of the unknown, which we all know could be a little bit what do you call it, troublesome. And those unknown hotspots, as I call them, I mean, just think about it. If you have if you have areas where the charcoal is a little more dense, or the lump coal or the wood is more dense, it's going to be hotter. If you just put meat on there, it's going to burn, or you're going to have to tend it like a little baby. You're going to have to keep watching it over and over. Turbo grill, that's eliminated. You don't have to do that at all. Now, here's a strategy that I've used in all my competitions when I built my own smokers and did my own grilling and stuff for trophies. Is you take white bread, and you take some white bread and you put it on your grill, and and then put the grill on where your coals are. Let your coals do whatever you feel comfortable doing that. Leave them on there for 5, 10, 15 seconds, not long at all, and then pull it off, and then look at and try to remember or write down on paper where the grill was situated, so you kind of have an idea on the grill in the positioning where the hot spots are. But then you pull it off and look at the bread. And if it's too hot, the bread's going to be black. If it's not hot enough, it's going to be a light golden color. So that's your hot spots. But now every time you barbecue, you're going to have to do that, because you're not going to know where those hot spots are, or you're going to go back to tending this like a newborn baby. Now, a more scientific way to do this is you take a couple of or a few 2x2 aluminum foil squares, attach them, just onto your grill, put that on there, let it sit there, and then take an infrared heat thermometer and check the heat of the foil, and it'll give you a precise heat of exactly what's doing what to who for how much on there. And it's a very precise way, and take the measurements 2 or 3 times so you get an average. Make sure you're hitting it the same place in doing that. So, this is what happens. Traditional grilling. Have you all been there? Have you all had those flare-ups? The only thing missing out of that picture is the spray bottle up there above his veggies. And spraying, oh, tell me, if you do it on a charcoal grill, oh man, you know of the ash that it creates and flying around. And sure, you could use a Weber, close the lid, and it'll knock it down. Doesn't change the heat, on there. It's still going to be hot. You open it up, pretty much it's going to come back. So that's the traditional grilling. Now, with the turbo grilling, because we don't allow the food to stay over the heat, and this is a theory which will, not a theory, but a revelation that has come through hundreds of years of back technology, let's say. And we'll have a whole nother video on how we came up with this design, which we are proud to announce that we have a patent application in on it. But look at that. That's the chicken I was talking about earlier. That, when you get on the site, which is again turbogrill.us, and you find that video, listen, turn your speaker up and listen to the crunch of that skin. And then it'll actually go through and you can see real closely how moist. I did competitions. I won awards and trophies for chicken. And I'll tell you, this chicken is better than what I won awards for. So there's no going back. I mean, you got to check out this turbo grill. So here you have it. Visit our website, turbogrill.us, or you can go to our Facebook page or put in the at sign turbo grilling and it'll get you there. When you get there onto our site, we're just now building it out, so it's not 100% done, but sign up on there to get our blog posts and more videos, and we'll talk a lot more. We'll answer questions about the anything you might have about this thing. But this is the company name is American Grill Revolution, and this is definitely a whole revolution. This will open up all sorts of doors to people on what they can grill and how they can grill. I'm looking at actually grilling a bundt cake, and there'll be a video on that. But it opens it all up. You're not limited. You're not going to have to fight it or do anything with your food, and you're going to enjoy. And people, your friends, are going to think you're the most awesome griller around. So anyway, I'll see you on the next side. I'll see you on the flip side. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care.